coming back with a bang. This is Valaverse Action Force Vanguard. I am the Ruckus, and this is GI Reviews. What's good, everybody? How you been? I know it's been a minute, but your boy had to go and recharge his battery, so he took some time off. But I'm back at you again, and I figured we'd get back to it by blowing up, starting off big. I know there are a lot of things that have come out during my absence, and I may or may not get to them because you know how we are in the community. We have ADHD. I've been there, done that. What have you done for me lately kind of mentality. So I don't know how well received doing any of those videos might be. I may do them anyway. I'll pick and choose whatever. But I figure for right now, we kick off with something big, and I do mean big, and that would be the Vanguard Jeep or truck or whatever you want to call it, SUV from Action Force, Valaverse. This is the stealth gray version, and I did order early, so I got the missile launcher is included. Can't wait to see that. You see the packaging there, pretty simplistic. It shows a black and white image of the vehicle with that launcher, and some green there. You've got the brand of where the vehicle's taken from there on the left, Resvani for sure, Valaverse on the other end. At the top of our packaging, we've got Valaverse Vanguard, or Action Force Vanguard, excuse me. The sides, which is going to be very difficult to show because of how large the box is, but this is all there is to it, so that's all you need to see. It's kind of out of focus. I see that there. See if I can get that in a little bit. That's a little bit better. Not going to be there for long, so may as well just turn it around. It's the same thing on the other side, so I won't waste your time with that. And here on the back, we have, this is very nice. We've got just a giant sketch of the vehicle, both the profile and the bird's eye view of it. You've got key features, and they're numbered 1 through 14. You'll have to see that on your own, or maybe I'll go through that once I open up the packaging. But yeah, you've got they're all numbered, and they're all listed as to what they are, so that helps as well. I can tell you that number 14 are blast effects, so you've got that. So spinning back to the front there, so you can see the image of the Vanguard, which I've gotten in stealth gray, by the way, if I didn't mention that already, one final time before we open this bad boy up. And here's our Vanguard out of the packaging, and let me tell you, this thing is big. I had to put it on an angle just to get it all in the shot. So yeah, this is a big boy, and it does come with the accessories. You saw on the back that it even had them numbered 1 through 15, so we know we get plenty of them. And I want to show you guys, I'm going to move the Vanguard, make it totally profile, and actually, you can actually see more of it. You see more of it that way, now that I got it that way. So yeah, there you go, the profile look of the left side of our Vanguard. And before we go deeply in, we have this, which is, it's got the card for Reaper and decals, and probably That's probably some kind of instruction manual on the inside. I'll set that aside for now. This was in there, and it's the turret, as you could see. And I believe this fell out while I was moving it. You get crazy blast effect for that. So that's cool right there. And then there was this box that came with it, missile launcher pack. So you can imagine what's in there. Take a close look like that. I'll start removing it. Blast effects. And then one of those. We've got, wow, I'll have to look to see what these are. I think they, I want to say they pinned this in. This is the missile launcher. This is the extra if you ordered early enough. And that's about it for that. Now, that's what I got when I opened the box up and I removed everything. So then, you know, I'm like, well, where the hell is everything else? I'll show you. After I started going through things like opening doors, making sure that stuff works, I got to the back. Hopefully this will stay on camera. Yep, it will. Good enough. So here at the back, and then opened up the hatch and see if that worked. And lo and behold, this is what I saw back there. Valaverse, they expertly made sure they put everything together. They really consolidated space. So that's cool. So we've got our accessories 1 through 15. Believe it or not, yep, all back here. As I pull them out for you. All of them, 1 through 15. There's the gun. And even this was stuffed back there. Reaper himself, the stand, and his accessories. Crazy. But you gotta hand it to Valaverse for consolidating space. And now I turn it so we can see the right side of the vehicle. Very, very nice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clear off the table just so I can get to opening up everything, because quite frankly there's not enough room to do both and still be like in focus. I'll be right back. Okay, we've got everything spread out on our table and we'll go over everything. Let's get the paper out of the way. Far left, we've got the operator manual. Far right, we've got Reaper's info card. Behind Reaper, we have the decals. Now, going over the vast amounts of parts and accessories, we'll just go right down the line. Right here, we've got the gunner's hatch. This you can put on the opening that's at the top of the Vanguard if you're not having either the missile launcher or the gunner's turret up there. You've got the driver. That would be Reaper himself. And we'll go over Reaper not separately. It's going to be within this review, but, you know, he'll be a part of the review that we will focus on, just so you guys get that. And of course, we've got Reaper's accessories, which are over here. He comes with 3 additional sets of hands, his sidearm. This right here would be an energy drink, which I just knocked over. And of course, he has, you know, he's a driver, so he's got to have his coffee when he's rolling around at night. Next up, we have the missile launcher right here. And you see in the front, we've got 6 openings, ports for missiles. And those are the exhaust ports back there. So we've got that. You've got the gunner's turret over here. So there's you've got that. You've got the what they call the light machine gun, and along with that, he has his ammo belt and ammo can. So he comes with that. There's a shovel, which I'll show. It already came affixed to the Vanguard, so when we go over the vehicle, we'll see that. We have the articulated weapons mounting arm, which I believe is what this is. Yep, that's right. I had to look. I didn't want to steer you guys wrong. So we have that. And we have gas cans, as you can see right there. We have missiles. That's what these are in this bag. These are missiles. We get 12 of them, which makes sense because we have 12 ports for those missiles. And on the back, we've got blast effects. So that gives you an idea of that's what's going on. And we'll kick this off by going over the rider, the driver, Reaper first to get the figure, and then of course we'll go on to the main event, which is the Vanguard itself. Anyhow, you saw how I love it was the way he was packaged, the way he was packed was simultaneously simple and creative. Simple because he was just stuffed in the back of the vehicle. Creative because that is a great way, say what you will, that was a great way on consolidating and salvaging space. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was... I mean, it's nice when you see a package with a vehicle and there's a window showing the figure that comes with it. That's cool, especially if you're a in-box collector and you just want to display it that way. That is cool. But in terms of practicality, Valaverse, they hit the nail on the head with that one. Anyway, looking at Vanguard himself, you see that he's, pretty basic figure, molded in green. Basically, green and black is all he is. His face is fully covered. He's got lenses that are darker, a kind of a shiny, a reflective kind of black, and then the rest of them, the rest of the blacks on him are kind of they're not dull. They're just not as shiny as his lenses. The lenses are a little bit darker to differentiate, so you can distinguish between them. But we'll take a closer look at that right about now. And you see what I mean when I mentioned that his lenses are darker than the actual face mask, and that way you're able to distinguish between the two. There is some silver painted in there, so you do have that. And then you've got you look at the top there at around the those shoulder area, we've got black, and they go to the back. We'll turn to the back momentarily. Looking at the chest, he's got the vest there going on, and we've got some silver painted for the buckles. He's got 4 straps, if you will, going down his torso, and they're all nicely painted silver there. He's got a belt that is black, painted black, going through the belt loops, and of course the gloves, black. There's some detail on those gloves, black knee pads, and of course black boots with laces turning around to the rear. There's more of you see it's still black there, and then the straps that I mentioned going over the shoulders before, you could see that they go down And they're technically down here on this lower torso, but there's no paint to, show the contrast to differentiate between that. But that is the, like I said, Reaper is pretty simple, and he does have the, as I zoom out a little bit, the articulation that we know from Valaverse. We've got that head and neck situation. So you got that. That's cool. So you can go side to side and around. He can rotate. So you got to love that. He can look down, look up. Very nice. His shoulders. He can, I think that's the best you can get for a T-pose. He does have butterfly joints, but he doesn't rear back all that well. Just that much. Strangely enough, he can clasp very well when you look at it. So that's pretty strange. He's got the bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and they're pinless. This is Valaverse. They're pretty cool with that. And he's got he comes with trigger finger hands out of packaging, and he has, as a result, the vertical hinges, and of course he swivels, and that's on both sides. He's got the diaphragm, so he can go all around, which means he can go forward that much, back that much. He can go side to side. And of course, you're going to get your rotation at that diaphragm. He also has a waist ball joint. So he goes forward just with the waist ball joint that much. And then when you combine it, you get just a tad bit more with the diaphragm. And the same with going back. So that's what you get going back. And a very little side to side. But once again, you're going to get your tilting at that diaphragm. He's got drop down hips. He can spread them that far. And you see, my left hip always wants to stay down when I initiate a split like that. He can kick forward that far forward and that far back. He's got the thigh cut, the double jointed pinless knees. And he's got a calf cut, but not at the boot. It's well above the boot. It's a shin cut when you think about it, and that's where you get that articulation there. You can point his toe forward that far, up that far. He has ankle pivot, and he comes with holes at the bottom of his feet. So that is the articulation scheme. Look up, stand tall. That is the articulation scheme on our Reaper. Reaper comes with 3 sets of hands, and I think I got an owie with mine because I have these I call the driving hands, but I have they're 2 right hands, so I have to check to see if this was a mistake or if this was intentional. Anyway, I've got 2 right driving hands. I call them driving hands because of how they're cupped. Then we have, of course, we have 2 other type of hands. These are like graspers. So at least I have opposing thumbs with these, and then of course we come with fists, and got those straight too. So yeah, I'm thinking I got the short end. He has his sidearm. Unfortunately, he has nowhere to store it on his person. And here's that cup of Valaverse Action Force coffee that I told you guys about. You see it has the symbol on there. So that's pretty amusing there. But what's even more amusing is this right here. This is an energy drink can, and it too has logo on it, Vanguard, wow, Vanguard has its own brand of energy drink. You gotta love that. And then finally for Reaper, he comes with this stand, which has a sandy and rocky kind of face to it. And then you see that slot back there. That's for the Reaper card, which you get here. So you can display Reaper with his info card behind him on this, the stand. And now time for the main event. We've got our Vanguard. You see it's in stealth gray, and I have the doors on our left side removed. So you can see what it looks like when the doors are removed, and also so we can look inside, if that's even possible. I'll turn it this way and attempt to zoom in and see what we can see. I think we could see a little bit what's going on there. There's not too much detail going on. I'll zoom in a little bit closer, but for right now, this is what we got. Like I said, there's not too much detail going on in terms of the panel, but there is some paint. There's the symbol there on the steering column, and the wheel does turn. It does turn, and most importantly, it not only turns, but let me zoom out. And I'm covering up a little bit, but you can still see it actually turns the wheels on the outside. So that's pretty nice. And I like having the wheels turned that way, because usually when you take product shots of vehicles, I'm talking about in real life, most of the time they're on an angle and the wheels are always turned one way or another. Like I said, in real life, and that translates well here for our Vanguard. We also have, let's see if I can get it right up on there and zoom in that way. We have a stick shift. It doesn't move. It's just in there. I think I just moved it out of the. Okay, there you can see it now. Yeah, sorry about the lighting. It's not the best in the world, obviously, and trying to get a better angle. I think that's a decent enough angle right there. You see there's a TV, a monitor there. So Mr. Vala and company made sure that this was a modernized style vehicle, because, you know, most vehicles nowadays have screens in them. So that's crazy. I'm glad for that. And we do have some detail going down there. I think you'll be able to see that. I can see that in my little viewfinder, so I'm assuming it'll translate well once we get it up on your screen, whether it's on your phone, whatever device you're using. Hopefully it'll come in a little bit clearer. I don't know if you'll be able to see this as I tilt it, but the brake and accelerator are down there. So you got that going on. You've got the bucket seats. Nice detail right there. They don't slide back or anything like that. At least I don't think they do. I don't want to force it. Oh, they do. They do slide back. I love that. As soon as I said I don't want to force it, I just pressed my thumb a little bit and it went back some. So that is cool. I'm happy about that, especially since it happened inadvertently. And because I tell you, when things are tight, when I first get them, I'm definitely afraid of breaking them. I'm sure a lot of you are in that same boat. You agree with me for doing that too. You don't want to be responsible for jacking your own, whatever it is we're talking about. You don't want to be the one responsible for it. So, yeah, get that. So, yeah, turn it that way. And it did slide back a little bit. I don't know if you can really tell. I can tell looking at it, it's not a great distance, but it does slide back. It probably doesn't need that much when you're talking about putting in a 6-inch scale figure. But yeah, on the top, there's the hole for the hatch, the gunner's hatch. So that's pretty cool. Going to the front, I'm going to spin this like that. I'm going to have to lift it up a little bit because of what we got going on. We have a winch. And the winch, you see the winch hangs. You can actually pull it out. And on the right side of the vehicle, you have a lever for retracting it. You can see it's coming back up there, so that's cool. You've got the you got that Valaverse Action Force symbol there in the front. And here's that shovel that I mentioned before that is technically an accessory but came affixed to the vehicle. So that's cool. I'm going to put that right back where I got it. It just snaps into place. And we've got rail bars at the top. I'll have to zoom you out a little bit so you can see those. Rail bars at the top there. And we've got the off-road tires going on. And the vehicle came fully assembled as what you see here out of the packaging. Going to the front again, or rather the rear, I tell you. I'm messing up with the word loss today. You've got the Resvani emblem going across the back there. We've got a tow hitch down here below. You've got the rear lighting there. And then, of course, you got the rear hatch. I'll lift that up. And let's see if I can tilt this to the side so you can see in there. And then zoom in some. And I believe that here on the sides is where you can put your fuel cans. I'll see if I'm right by sticking one in. There's look, the fuel cans have tabs, or rather ports at the bottom, and you should be able to, if I can find, yeah, that's where it goes, right there and there. When you have big hands, it's not easy, let me tell you. And then you push down, which is what I did, and there it is. It's in place, and there's one for either side. So that is definitely cool right there. We have this peg right here is to install this gun arm accessory, which can be used for the gunner's turret or for here. And what you would do here is remove this bottom piece, which is used for when you are using this top side, and then you now have a porthole that actually slides in, and this, as you can see, is articulated and it telescopes out. And just took it off right there. I'm going to stick it back on, get it all the way in there, and keep this in there for now. So yeah, that's pretty nice right there. I'm going to close the hatch because we're going to turn our vehicle around so you can get, once again, a look on the right side of it. Back that up, and so you see how it looks with the doors. And the doors open, the front door opens forward, and the rear door opens in reverse, as you can see right there. So pretty nice look. Like I said, bucket seats all around, and they hang in there pretty snugly. Looking at the top, You've got the hole, the gunner's hole, and you have all kinds of options with what you want to do. We've got the hatch, so I'm going to fix that in there, and then that's what that looks like. Put that back, so it's looking pretty spiffy right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show the different configurations. You saw how I snapped in the hatch. That's the same way you do the gunner's turret and the missile launcher. So there's no need for me to go through that here, on recording, because that's just a waste of time. You guys know what's up. So when next we appear, it's going to be loaded with one or the other. Now we'll attach on the gunner's turret, which I have right here, and that piece I removed from the gunner arm that's in the trunk or the hatch now. It's basically, you just slide that piece on right here. See if I can get it. There we go. And all you have to do is remove that other piece, put it on here, and then you could you'll be able to put on that light rifle, as they call it, and then it's got the clamps you see there, and it just, same as the hatch, it just snaps on. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see the whole thing. There you have it. And then you have the double guns. You see the peg there. I'll spin the turret, and it can spin to face the camera. And you just peg this in, and voila. You have that going on. Unfortunately, at least I don't think so. No, the gun doesn't articulate like up and down, so it's just a forward firing weapon, just like that. And I believe I've just removed the blast effects from its housing. I believe these go in here like this. And just squeeze and push. And move the camera up a little bit so you can see those effects. And that's how that goes down. Now, I'll remove that because you know what time it is. Feast de Resistance time. And that would be with the missile launcher, which is normally sold separately, but if you got in on the early bird special, it was included in your order. So there we go, right there. It's easy as pie, like that. Move that so you can see it. And then now we have this packet that it contains all of the missiles, 12 of them to be precise. And we will insert one just so you could see what it looks like. And there it is. There's the one. And I'm going to insert the rest off camera. And via the miracle of modern technology, voila, fully loaded, all 12. That's how that would look. But wait, there's more. Here's how it looks with missiles launching using those additional effects. I'll turn it so you can get the profile view. You see that going on. And we have something else here. I believe that this is for the rear. Looking at it, it's supposed to be for the rear. And we'll turn this missile launch turret around to see if that's indeed the case. It doesn't want to fit over there. Ah, it's good for some. So there you go. Some holes have it. So right there, and it's in the right hole because I've got a missile launching from the left side, the lower left, and the blast is right there. So yeah, that is great. Turn it profile again. I now have the vehicle faced back around to expose the left side. Remember, I had the doors taken off already. So what we're going to do is I'm going to replace them. So we see how that goes. According to the instructions, you just line it up and you press, which is easier said than done considering how far in they are and you can't really see. You almost have to do it blind. I see the holes when I'm looking at it this way, but when I'm trying to line it up, I have issues. Oh, and there it is. Managed to get that one, so that's cool. Will I be so lucky putting in the rear door? Let's face us off this way, and we'll see. I see where it goes in. Let's just hope that I can get it. And there it is. Wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. So there we go. And they close right back. Nice. So, yep, there we go. Now we're going to see how well the driver fits in there. So, got the door open. I'll cant it a little bit. I already have Reaper pre-posed for sitting. And of course, you guys remember I already had the seat pushed back. I guess what I have to do is straighten the legs out, and I've got his hand already. It's not fully on the steering column, but it is there. And so you see, Reaper definitely fits quite well in there. So I'm quite happy about that. Here on the other side, you can see I've got two other figures in there. You could fit four rather comfortably. I would suggest for the rear seats that you have the figure's legs, bent probably at 90 plus degree angle. It'll get in there easier. The front seats, I think you're better served at 45 degrees because the legs can slide underneath the front dash, and you could get the figure to basically sit on his hindquarters. And here's what it looks like when you have a gunner for the gun turret. You can potentially get five figures on this rig, and that's in the rig. You also have with the sidebars, you can have a couple figs hanging off. So the sky's the limit. I would theorize you could get up to 7 figures on this vehicle, either on the side skirts or the 4 inside and a gunner up top. So yeah, this is pretty nice that you could do all that. You can basically have a squad, or almost a full squad, half a squad basically, and have them all on. They can all ride in and on the Vanguard. Here's a look at it from the front. You can see the figures in there, and of course we got our man going buck on the gun up top. Now for some comparisons as best as I can. This is the Valaverse Vanguard next to the G.I. Joe Classified Series Vamp. And the Vamp is a decent sized vehicle for sure. I was impressed with it when I got it. But compared to the Vanguard, I mean, we're talking night and day. And to give you another idea of the scope of the Vanguard, we've got a Classified Series Cobra Ferret right here. So tell me, what do you guys think of the Valaverse Action Force Vanguard, the stealth gray version in this case? I could tell you that I'm loving it. I'll go with that, but that's not really an objective viewpoint. The vehicle is large. It is, for me, the largest vehicle, 1/12 scale vehicle to date. When you don't include the Classified Series HISS tank, that's bigger. That's bigger. I would have to compare. I don't know if it's longer though, but it's more massive. That's for sure. Anyway, this vehicle has got a lot of good things going for it. I could decal it up, but I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that yet. So that's why she's looking bare. But other than that, everything is great. You've got articulated steering column and front wheels. You've got the winch that's functional and can be rewound up. You have different options when it comes to the hatch. You could either have the hatch straight up on there, or the gunner's turret like we have now, or the missile launcher, which is an added feature that you have to buy that separately now. If you got it on the early bird special when it was being pre-ordered, you would get the missile launcher included, along with the missiles that come with it, 12 in all, as well as you get 4 effects, 3 missiles launching off, and 1 rear blast effect. Very nice. You've got the rear hatch. It opens up, and you can insert the ammo cans in there. You can also mount the light gun either on the gunner's turret or in the back with their arm feature. The light gun comes with a couple belts and an ammo can. So that's, more accessories. You've got that shovel that you could see right there affixed to the left side of the truck. It's really nice, and you can either get it in the stealth gray or you can get it in that desert tan. You have to, decide what you like. I like this gray. I was thinking about it for, I had already envisioned certain mission scenes that I wanted to come up with. But between the hatch, the gun turret, and the missile launcher, sky's the limit to what type of configurations you want to come up with, and situations and stuff like that. It's a great set. Because of the missile launcher, I'm almost tempted to get another one just so I can have one with the missile launcher and the other one with the gunner up top. But that's kind of going crazy, especially when you're talking about room. You saw I already compared the Vanguard to 2 other vehicles. And there's a HISS tank and trailer on the shelf as well. And very soon we're going to be getting the Dragonfly from Classified Series. But the Dragonfly, I could tell you right now, when I pose that, in its final pose, is going to be suspended in the air. So that will lessen the load on my need for space. Anyway, about the Vanguard, I'm giving it a straight up, since nothing is perfect, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. This was absolutely fantastic purchase for me, and I think the same will be, I think you'll agree. Anyhow, let me know what you think of this. I know this has been a pretty long review video, but you can understand why. I'm hoping that you'll give me grace when you check this out. And besides, I'll give you a chance to get some popcorn and enjoy the show. Anyway, once again, let me know in the comments below what you think about this vehicle, the Vanguard from Valaverse Action Force. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. This is great. I am not disappointed. Like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can know when I upload another video. And yeah, this is a nice closing shot right here. And that's how we're going to do it. So until next time, my friends and my military brethren, take care. Peace.